Here's how to lift a Hyundai on jack stands, either one side, both side, front, rear. Make sure triple check the car, it's really level, not inclined on either side. If you are on the side of the road, it's going to be inclined. Don't do this. Be very careful. This is very sensitive. It's extremely easy to make a mistake. You are either going to damage your car. Never, absolutely never go underneath the car until you put it on the jack stands. So big warning, this can be dangerous. I use a piece of wood. You can tell perhaps it's a long piece of wood. I say 40 centimeters, 1.5 foot, not short ones. So this one is not good enough. Also, you need a wood that's very strong, that's not going to split. Some woods, some trees are softer, they split and you are going to damage your car. Just draw a line. It's a 2x4, by the way. Draw a line on either side, right in the center. Measure it carefully. So now we are going to get the jack, the floor jack. We are going to center it. You can tell there's already a mark here. I use my fingers to make sure it's all about precision with this thing. So it's really not conventional, and there is a risk. I cannot stress enough, it's not something you want to do in a hurry. So make sure it's really centered. So basically this one happens to be the length of the cup. Also center in the middle of the wood, same distance both sides. Then we are going to slide it. Let me show you first what I'm going to use. If you look underneath the car, and this is like a chassis line. This is metal on the inside. This is a Sonata. This is plastic on the outside. Make sure you locate the metal part. If it's covered by plastic, I would say don't use this technique. Make sure you see the metal one. Now in the corners we do have the reinforced metal ones. It looks like this. So we have kind of two dents. This is the front right corner, and this area here is reinforced. This is where I'm going to put the jack stand. However, it's only this area that it's double metal. The rest of it, it's not double metal, so you cannot put the floor jack directly underneath it. That's why I'm going to use that wood to spread the pressure, to just put less pressure on a specific area. So it's spread the pressure so you don't bend this edge here. Now the very important part, it's really to pay attention. I'm doing this very slow. I'm talking about all these details because a slight mistake, if you are in a rush, slight mistake, you are going to regret it. Perhaps you already get the idea, but I just want to point out how to be careful with this. So go on both sides, just see, and I'll go on the other side to show you. Make sure you align the center line with the metal ridge or edge or whatever you call it. Make sure it's very properly aligned. We are going to go to the other side and do the same check. Make sure it's properly aligned. I'll look again now. And then when the two are aligned, do this small step. We are going to just give the floor jack a small push. Let me just look again. A small push, just a little pressure, not lifted, just a small pressure. And look again, it's tight in here. Just get that light. Make sure again, double check the two lines are really aligned. So the inner one is the metal ridge, metal edge. The outer one is plastic. So make sure it's aligned. Let's go the other side. It's a clumsy video, I fully agree, but there is no a lot of way to film this properly. Again, metal aligned with metal, right? I'm not very far away from the reinforced point, and We also need to do a last check before we lift. Check again, lots of stuff around here. Check again, the cup is centered with your fingers. Just make sure it's not too much on either side. Very, very careful with this. Again, try to figure out it's really in the center. Mine, I think it's slightly to the left. That's not so bad. All right, so at this point, watch your floor jack so it doesn't move. Watch your car so it doesn't slide to one side. Make sure you don't move the floor jack. You don't push it to either side, to inner side. And once you lift it a little bit, check again the center part here. Why it's so important? Because if it's not perfectly centered on that metal edge, if it's not perfectly centered here, if the car and the floor are not perfectly flat, your piece of wood will do this. Whoops, it's gonna flip to either side. The jack is going to slide, it's going to puncture your car. Your car may drop on the floor, so you really don't want to mess. And again, the same thing happens if the wood splits at that point, because that edge is like a cut, like a knife. If the wood is weak, it's going to split. You are going to get in trouble. Also, make sure your jack is not very cheap. Make sure the cup has good welds here. It's strong, solid. This is quite a good jack. I actually like it, but I know the cheap ones that you can buy in stores now for $20–30. I'm really not sure about that. So right now, let's just lift it, show you how to place the jack stand, but perhaps you already know. And you can do, I'm not going to film the other side, it's exactly the same thing, there's nothing different. Let's see, I think it's high enough. Make sure the jack stand, it's locked. Just get your correct position that you want. You see my floor jack is lowering a little bit, it's old, so never trust a floor jack. Never. Unless you want to I don't know what. Okay, so make sure the center, watch my fingers, make sure you center here correctly, right in the middle, and also again double check you are in between. This is like Hyundai thing, in between these two dents, and you should be fine. Let's check it out. Let's lower it. I'm going to lower slowly. Well, more or less slowly. Okay, so that's it. It's on jack stand at this point. Let me double check. It's too bad these cars have no real lifting point under the control arm, suspension, neither in front, neither in rear. I don't know what Hyundai was thinking about. Also, I'm working on a Kona. It's the same problem. No lifting point whatsoever. This is really about the only thing. If you try to lift other places there, you are going to see them bending, because it's just metal sheets and they are really not thick. Not really a place to try lifting anything. Okay, so same goes for the other side. If you need for the rear of the car, same way. And I never got this edge bent this way, but again, make sure you use a long, strong, again, like at least 1.5 feet or 40 centimeters 2x4 piece, strong. See, mine already perhaps is cracking here, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. And don't play full games with this. This thing can flip and you are going to regret it. Thanks for watching.